What up, everyone? Switched over here, as it is another stream as usual. And you may notice no countdown this time. Yeah, I actually decided to simply skipping the countdown from now on. It's yeah, I was like, I first thought maybe that the countdown was a pretty cool, but after yesterday, when the StreamYard was a little bit pain in the butt, and so it just was a bit slow. So I just like, no, I decided to simply skipping entirely with the well with the countdown. It's of course it's bond is it's how to say it more. The countdown is well basically it's just an option. You really don't even have to use the countdown for any particular reason. But anyways, today we're gonna just do some Super Mario B3313 relaxing stream. And well, since Gaming Guy is the only one that actually has that so yeah. Is that a bird? Is it a plane? No, it is Tomato Man. Ah, it was a joke.
Yeah, I know.
I wonder if Malakat's gonna show up.
Good. Probably isn't.
So I believe I decided to just stop doing the countdown for my videos or my streams from now on. Since the stream on yesterday was a bit pain in the ass, so I was like skipping that one. So I have been doing them. Oh man, this day I've been.
You're glitching out pretty bad, by the way.
For real? Hang on. There we go. Is there still a delay? No. Well.
Yeah, it sounds a lot better. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, this day has been pretty calm for me actually. It's just I really haven't done much. Just a typical weekend. So, what kind of restaurant did you go? Do you went to with your mom? Was it a steakhouse?
Yeah.
I did not know that. I mean, there is usually there are most of the things you eat steaks. I mean, it's not like wrong with steak. Last time I had steak, it had to been I think like a week ago or something. Yeah, but it's just today I was a bit lazy when I to make my own dinner, so so I just bought this big frozen pizza. So yeah, it was just pretty much what I had for dinner. At least half of the pizza actually though. The other half is still there. Hello there. Yeah, so I haven't done much today except other from that and got up around 1 or 2 in the afternoon. I mean, you don't remember. Yes, it's not when my summer break I finally start from work, so I don't even have to worry about it. So I didn't do much other than from well, take care of laundry, which isn't that difficult. So now my vacations time is for 7 weeks. I had another an old classmate. She posted on Facebook that she's having her um, summer break vacation for about just 2 weeks. Personally, I didn't even remember for which weeks that I had even chosen. We were actually we picked our weeks for our summer vacation or summer break around sometime early this year. Actually, I believe it was in January or February when we were chosen to how many weeks we wanted to take some summer break and which weeks we wanted. And I did pick, and I later informed my dad about it a couple of weeks ago when my dad was here to help me with after I was unfortunately logged out from my YouTube channel on by accident. Um, he asked me if I was going to work that night the week after. I was like, no, summer vacation started until like start on had already started. But he checked his on his phone and said it started for another 3 weeks. I was like, wait a minute, that cannot be correct.
Well, I'm dead.
So my dad suggested I reach out to my work the next day just to make sure that my vacation, so I didn't even start my vacation break, summer break, just way too early, just to make sure that I'm right about that weekend that I said. Well, turns out I wasn't even supposed to be on my summer break for another 2 weeks. So, but now at least that it's finally started. So that's gonna be interesting to see what this summer will bring us. Since I really don't know what. Only about a few weeks ago, we had this uh, heat wave affecting my country for about a week or two from the Mediterranean heat. Even though the fact that I've been told my apartment can be quite hot during the summer, I mean, I was like, at least so far, I hadn't even felt any particular reason for that. During like in the evenings, so like around midnight, the temperature can be around maybe 70 degrees ish in my living room, and outside it can be like around 50 degrees. So I don't even know if it's gonna be well, any particular heat. My blinds, my the blinds at the window are always down, especially during the day. So that is just another reason. Yeah, so I don't even know for a fact how hot this summer will be, and I have no idea how the winter will be like either. Since I moved in early March, when it was still a bit cold outside, so there was a bit cold in my apartment, but not that freezing cold. So I have no idea how the cold it can be like in my apartment during this first winter. But hey, at least I'm will learn from surviving. If I'm freezing, well, I can always when it happens, the when the winter arrives. If it's cold, I can always just plug in or just turn on the wall small heater I have, or even take a quick shower, like a hot shower to warm me up. But if in the winter, yeah, so that's gonna be interesting to see. So, how was Texas for you, though, Cody? Did you suffer from the Texan heat? Well, whoa, yep, you're
Yeah,
there.
sure.
Um, I know for that Texas usually hot during the summer. Um, I mean that depends from one from region to region, of course. Some parts can be is more temperate temperature, and it can be a little bit colder. Others can be extremely hot. It depends on from place to place, but it's the same thing as for Florida. It's usually at sunshine state, so it makes sense. Same as for California, depends on the parts. There is one in the US state that's basically never have any snow or whatever. That's Hawaii. If there is any snow in Hawaii, that would have been like a miracle.
Wow, I'm really. Wait, if I haven't been here, then how did I? Oh wait, that's right. I got it from. Never mind.
Oh man, I wonder if there's a freaking helicopter or something. Hmm. Oh man, I'm a bit tired.
Um. Oh.
It crashed.
Okay.
I
The game did not like what I was doing.
wonder if Malachi will show up.
Bad crash too. Game, please. Game. If I have to force this game to work, I will.
Well, if it doesn't even start, you have always the other one, the one that you usually had before. Yeah, so yeah, it might be another Mario game. It's just
I can get it.
the game crashed and doesn't even want to start. So there might be another one that he has. Game guy has always another game, so good thing that that's I would have been able
It's
to
garbage.
play any games since I don't even have any. Speaking of the devil,
There we go.
took long enough, Mister Blue Banana. That's fine, Malachite. It's fine. Yeah, we had even
Okay.
the game crashed. Typical. Which game is this for?
We're back to B3313. I had to fight the
Uh,
control with the game to get it to work again, but
Wait, Mario, you quickly changed into Luigi when as soon as you stepped in by that door. Creepy.
yeah, that was me. If
Hmm.
you press L, you can change from Mario to Luigi. Check it out.
Okay, if that happens so fast, people like that might be a glitch.
Oh my god.
I wonder if Mario and Luigi would have another brother.
Get some more.
I wonder what color his outfit would be. Like say if the hat and the clothes would be blue, and then I wonder what the overall would have been type of color. Maybe green. Hmm.
What's the fastest way to that floor room?
You want to know something, Malachi? In the beginning when he showed up, I changed his name to Tomato Man. Like it's a bird, it's a plane. No, it's Tomato Man.
That needs to turn off.
Man, it's gonna be an interesting day or night. So I thought doing a live action Beyblade movie in the future one day. That might be tricky though. Yeah, Cody. It's first you may have to some experience to in a movie production list, get the list of the basic things about the how to actually depending on which role you're going to be in, if it's going to be the director or the writer for the script, or if it's going to be the cameraman. You may actually, if those are from my idea, you may actually have to be trained for all of them. I mean, what if that you have to be teaching yourself how to be a cameraman and a script writer and even the director, just in case, let's say, if you were to be the director and you're making a movie and you're learning that one of the cameramen is sick and that you don't even have a backup for just in case what happened that would like that you could have been stepping in as cameraman.
Oh
It's
my
not like
god,
this
dude,
isn't.
you still know.
It's not unlike that even some of the staff could actually jump in during the movies or something like that. In fact, even some of the
Can I
directors
get the box already?
can actually even the creator of the movie can actually also be appearing as a cameo in a movie. Like say Stan Lee, the creator of many other Marvels, he actually happened to in many movies, TV shows, including The Simpsons. when the Simpsons in the opening scene were dressed as X-Men. I actually saw the list because speaking of the Simpsons, I saw this shocking news about they killed off Marge in a season finale. I was like, whoa. And it was not even those three house horror. It was just a normal episode where they killed Marge. But it turns out it wasn't even actually that she was killed off entirely. It's just another thing is she ended up marrying Ringo, one of the Beatles, in heaven. I was like, what? But the Simpsons are, yeah, there are so many ideas how that so many characters that was kill off. When they showing some episodes on flash forward stories of what's gonna happen in the future, like Lisa's marrying Milhouse, and he gets bitten by a zombie, and Mag is pregnant. Bart is divorced, and he has two sons, and so many others. So yeah, it's just crazy. They're like, which one of those future visions is the actual true one? There is like one of them is where Principal Skinner, when he died in one of those future visions, like where Bart seeing how everyone will die. He seemed himself die around age 89, and Skinner dies at 116. So it's kind of a bit strange on how to all this. Just to be a bit question, but in which way would you guys prefer to die in? Whoa!
Uh,
Princess Chaos in the comments. Whoa, that's unusual. Yeah, if you want to join in, this link is there. But in which way do you guys prefer if you could die in? I know that this is a topic that's even Cody doesn't even like the topic, but I mean, if there's a way if you could choose. Oh, Prince Chaos like I'd like to die in a battle. Um, Personally, something quick and painless, like just laying in bed or just dying peaceful, even if it's just old age or even young age. As long as they're not in suffering, though. I think you guys would even prefer the same thing as well. Longer the battle, the better. Okay, Prince Chaos. What if you were, what if someone like, I don't know, shoot an arrow and it's end up in your ass, like Shrek did? Like, boom. Was that a mosquito bite? But what would it, if you could choose any meal as a last meal for your passing, what would it be? I think game guys like steak. Personally, if I could choose any meal as for my end as the last final meal, that would be my dad's sausage soup. It's pretty much my favorite of all time. And next after that, with a Coke. That's my final meal alive. Well, if I had to choose before dying. I will pull out and go ow. Yeah, unless you get unless
Oh, actually,
that, that's a good question. If I could have a last meal, I would be a pizza and a salad with Dr. Pepper. Honestly, Dr. Pepper, yeah, that would be the last thing I would drink. I mean, Dr. Pepper itself, I would even drink if that was even the last drink on the planet. I don't even like Dr. Pepper, honestly. I tried a few times, but I just can't get much a like to it. I don't even just don't like the taste of Dr. Pepper. I mean I gave it a several tries. It just compared to like the Coke and a Dr. Pepper tastes if it has been flat, if it has been standing open, and much of the carbonated flavor had just vape from it. It just it's the I wouldn't be surprised if some people saying that Dr. Pepper is a ripoff or a knockoff of the regular Coke. I wouldn't be surprised. It's like um, cherry vanilla. If you're like if you're like saying Dr. Pepper with cherry and vanilla flavor, well, that's something I never even heard of. Um, Prince Chaos. Then might okay. How about this though? What about Pepsi? Do you like that as a flavor? And people don't even ask Game Guy what his flavor, if it is soft drink or Coke. He doesn't even drink any of that stuff at all. He even compares Coke as a battery acid.
because it is.
He, Prince Chaos said that he never really liked Pepsi. Dude, how about this? In early 2000s, there were actually Pepsi with a flavor of cucumber, and was never even been released and sold in the US. Only in a few countries in Europe. My country was not even one of them. Oh man. I do wonder, since Pepsi had a flavor of mango, I wonder if they would like if they made Coke with mango. Since they have cherry Coke, they have cherry vanilla, which is to me it's ugh, one of the worst flavor actually. Ugh. But if they made with a mango, I would actually like to try that one. I mean, mango itself, one of the best flavors ever. What about you, Cody? Which flavor do you prefer? Which do you prefer, Pepsi or Coke? Between both? Hmm. I mean, there's even this like unspoken, unofficial war between Pepsi and Coke. Oh wow, yes, actually, yep, he's here.
Well, hello.
Our friendly Southern weed smoker, our second
God
one.
dang straight. Can
If
you
you
hear
were
me?
in, yeah, we're gonna hear you.
Okay.
Your mic's a little quiet though.
I thought I would pop by at least in Cody's memory.
There you go.
If you were if you were in Sweden, if you had weed with you, that would be confiscated because it would
Yeah,
not
that's
been
why I'm
built.
not going to Sweden.
Well, I mean, most European countries actually, most of the countries it is pretty much illegal.
Yeah.
Except for two countries, weed is pretty much allowed. That's Germany, that quite recently though, and the Netherlands is they do actually allow the CERN to that. Germany is only for recently, even though in the US the weed is some states that where our late friend Cody lived, it was actually even illegal for to smoke weed. And if he smoked it, that was he could be busted. Oh man. Oh man. That idiot. How long has it been since he's passed? And it kind of been is it like a month or two?
Yeah. Longer than that.
Let's see.
I haven't been on your channel in almost a year.
Well, that might be true, but for Cody, that's just like at least a few months.
Yeah. Cody is no longer with us. It's the sad part.
Yeah, we love to tease him all the time about his
I
affection for
actually ended
rarity.
up getting my hands on his obituary.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
I heard first that that when it happened, I heard first that it was um, that he smoked himself to death, but
No,
then
he
yeah,
did not. The actual
yeah,
truth behind it is he had an infection in his leg after he got hit with the truck or
yeah,
whatever vehicle hit him. It was one of
yeah.
those, he ended up getting an infection in his leg and he was going to go to the doctor for it and he ended up passing away instead.
But that is the thing that he was struck by the car or the truck over a month earlier than that. So
It's because he was not taking care of himself.
I mean that is also the fact that he were paralyzed half of his body, so it made it a little bit
An
hard for him to have.
infection is caused by bacteria. Well, if
Yeah,
he had bacteria in his leg, which would indicate one thing, he didn't take care of himself.
I mean only the fact that Cody was paralyzed, so that was a little bit might have been a bit harder for him to do that. But also knowing that
No.
sometimes that when you infection sometimes can take time before even it can just take time before even
Hold on,
start
let me
much to have an
rejoin.
effect.
You're starting to sound like a robot on my end.
Wait for who? Yeah, so like I said, infection for if you have any, it can take days, weeks, or it can even just take a few hours to depend on what it will cause them. As for Coney, yeah, that was just it went fast. So yeah, we lost him. It was a tough times, especially his family. Yes, StreamYard is
Yeah.
has its moments when they acting up. Trust me, it was like yesterday or a couple of days ago when we were just talking after this one of the old streams. It was it kicked out Game Guy at least like 7 times. So
Okay, let's try this again. But yeah, I am pretty much thinking that he wasn't taking care of himself for one,
Shit.
and two, the infection ran through his blood quicker than he could register.
yeah, that is just some of the things that infections. It depends on what the cause of it, or at least how it happened. They can sometimes it can go just for can sometimes it can take a few days, maybe
Oh, right.
to a few hours, to only a few minutes, depending on what type of infection there is and where it happened, and also if the person had depend on the person's immune systems responding to it.
Just the
Sometimes,
fact that Cody
yeah,
is Cody is gone, still hasn't fully registered with me.
Where will I go?
Like there have been times I thought about texting him, and I'm like, I can't. He's gone.
yeah, you're not the only one. Sometimes that had happened, and I just wanted to reach out to him, say like, say hi to Cody on Discord, but then I realized, right, he's gone. Sometimes
If
I
you want
sometimes I
access to
even
the obituary, I have a Discord server with it in it.
well, yeah, I mean you can send it somehow, but that's just all that
If
just
I
y'all
honestly
message
don't
me,
think I'll join it
I
because
could send you the link to the obituary. It doesn't have all the information on it. It just pretty much shows that he is gone. And if you guys want to share that with everybody on your channel, whatever, you can. Um,
honestly,
but
I
that
don't
was
think I'm
all I
going
was
to.
waiting for
I
was
don't
the
know. It just
confirmation.
feels. I know
I
it's
mean
gonna
it,
sound weird, but it kind of feels, for lack of a better word, disrespectful.
I mean that's
I
I
guess
mean there's a
it just feels wrong.
it's
So I'm probably not gonna
but
for it.
but it's more up to I think it's more like I think it's more up to if Chaos wants to show it and that. But do there is actually one person that's other from us that might have been very heartbroken over the news. That is Deanna, since she was pretty much had a crush on Cody for the time. So but we
Yeah,
have
she had
even
a girlfriend when he died.
yeah, Jasmine, yeah, I know her. Yeah, he did mention about her to me a couple of times, but that's as much I never even I were in I am actually still part of that server that Cody was part of, and
Oh,
that was actually how I actually came across that because I was just um, I did saw there was no notification of that server, so I went there.
well,
So while we're
I
on the
found it.
subject of
Well, tell
Mr.
me.
Simp,
Whoa!
Oh,
What?
never mind. It
And it
just crashed.
crashed.
it crashed.
All right,
Goddamn.
cool.
Oh
I
fuck.
forgot.
It crashed.
That jump scare crashes the game. I thought someone was gonna kill me, but never mind.
Oh, I
Wow.
Cool.
haven't
Thanks,
seen
game.
that kind of crash in a long time.
Cool. Awesome.
Um,
Video games are great.
but yeah, basically what happened when I was in
Go
this
ahead.
out. I wasn't even aware that Cody had passed.
Frozen.
And even though I am a friend of his, on Facebook and all, but considering that, but I did mention to some to like the game guy and Malachite and some other friends, like how would we have known if some of our
Going
other
around
friends
and
would have?
saying he died because he smoked. It had nothing to
Yeah.
do with the fact that he smoked. It had to do with the fact that he had a broken leg and the bone came out. And when they put it back together, they put him in
Whoa, whoa,
rehab.
whoa, whoa,
And the
whoa, whoa,
rehab,
whoa, 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 whoa! Back up. When did you literally say like the actual bone stick out of his skin that happened?
yeah.
Oh, that's horrible. That's horrible. I mean,
Oh, for God's sake.
if that happened to me, if that happened to me or something, oh,
The fact that
there's like,
they released him to pretty much do everything on his own at that point really is not a good idea for them to do because of one reason, what happened. They shouldn't have released him when they did.
yeah, but seems that another thing about it that when Cody was, he was partially paralyzed on his left-sided body, and at the time when he passed away, had just started to learn how to walk again after that accident,
Yo.
and it's just. But even when I heard about it when he had passed, I was just it was like something I couldn't even believe. And even if only about like a month or two before it happened, when he was in a car accident, that was another thing. When I was in the server, I heard from that he was in an accident. I was like, "What the heck happened?" And I was like, when I first heard that he was
Okay, pretty much what
paralyzed.
happened was some driver ended up not paying attention and ended up driving into the curb.
Yeah, he was walking on the sidewalk, and that happened.
Yeah.
It's just, I was just holy shit moment. Like when I first that happened, and he did that when he was talking about a truck, and 1 or 2 months later, he was just gone.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
freaky.
I'm gonna leave. Bye.
That's kind of creepy.
See you later.
What the fuck?
What if there was?
Oh
Okay,
yeah,
how about
you haven't seen this game, have you? This game.
I
This
used
game
to
is
own an
crazy and
N64.
insane, and I love it. It's great.
Like I used to own an N64.
How about you guys react if that was Peach face with no pupils in the eyes and
There is
like that?
there is a
it's a
faceless
creepypasta
Peach
ROM hack
portrait
that
somewhere in this game, and I don't remember where it is. Oh, hi there, AD.
oh god damn. There's the painting again.
This game is creepy and weird, and I love it. It's so good. Alright, so where am I going? I'm trying to find the way out, and I can't remember where it is. Oh, it's this way. I swear, I know where I'm going. I swear, I know where I'm going. I totally do.
Sure
I've played
you
this game a
do.
million times. I know what I'm doing, obviously. Clearly. I mean, I don't even know what you're talking about. I don't know what I'm talking about, but that's crazy. I've never heard of such an incorrect statement before. I mean, really. Alright, so let's see. This is where I need to go, yeah? One of these windows should be a warp. I don't know which one it is. Luigi, you're better at jumping than Mario. Swear to God. If I die here, I'm gonna be so pissed. It's gonna be like.
At least you die somewhere peaceful.
Yeah, at least I don't die in that creepy ass maze I was just in. Please? Luigi. No.
So why are you trying to jump on the walls?
One of these windows should be like a warp of some kind that'll take me somewhere, and I don't know which one it is. And I'm dead! Which is great. I just love video games. They're great. And I'll step back here, right? Yeah, no. Cool! Alright, awesome. I have to go. I'm gonna go to the Nebula lobby. If I can remember where it is. From where I am right now, which I don't think I do. Oh. This isn't where I want to be, but I guess it's where I will stay.
What?
Yeah, sure. All right, cool. Bye.
What the fuck was
this game
that?
does not want to work right now.
What the heck was that? That looked like something.
Yeah, don't have no idea about it.
That looked like a red mushroom.
I think it was a red bomb that was not spawning incorrectly. This game is great, but like it's not perfect. No game is. Actually, that's a lie. This game's pretty close to damn perfect, but that's besides the point. Okay, let's see. I don't want to talk to you. You'll just explode if you get close to me. Alright, this way. Did I get the right coin star already? I don't remember. I'll chalk it up to maybe. Wow, it's a cannon. I don't really need it, but it's there in case I do need it. I did not get the star yet, which makes sense. I probably didn't want to do it. Where's that gonna spawn me? Oh, right. You don't give me 100 one-ups anymore, so I don't really know why I'm talking to you. What are you doing up here? You should be exploring the castle. Oh, gee, Yoshi. I would have done that if you asked. You didn't need to be such an asshole about it. Jeez Louise. Alright, let's see. Another question is, where should I go next? I don't know.
Y'all should really tag me in the Discord sometime.
I mean, most of the time I'm not even on Discord, and I just keep I'm not really sure if you're available or whatnot.
I'm always available, dude. Like, I have nothing to do besides in October. Sometime in September, I'm going to a Cannibal Corpse concert.
I just had to let that name sink in for a second.
I just love how there was a fucking boo just waiting right there for you.
Just go around. I did. Oh my god, what is... Cool, alright, awesome. I just went around in a big fucking circle. This game is massive, but somehow I still end up in the same place.
How does invisibility look so fucking stupid?
It's a dead 64. Hey, be happy with what we got.
True. The N64 is good back then, but now it's like outdated as shit. But it still has better games.
Oh, this is the fake lobby. Oh. want to get that.
So, are you on an emulator or are you on the Switch?
Neither. This is an actual console.
Oh, for real?
This is N64.
Oh my God!
Yep.
Talk about nostalgia. Oh God. Never many
have
people
to
own
use
an
the
N64
N64
nowadays.
It actually, you gotta think about this too. Like, look at how big this room is. Just for a second, the N64 could handle it great, considering how fucking big it is.
And why does it look like it's about to crash
my
again?
memory isn't as good as the N64, and I can't remember.
There's Bowser.
When I haven't. I couldn't go through that painting though. I don't really know how to do that. They didn't teach me back in painting school. I went back when I was like second grade, and I can't remember anything. It's terrible. Ow, dude, get it, dude. Why are the Goombas actual threats in this game? Get out of here. Alright, did I do this level yet or not? I don't remember.
You know, back then I could never figure out the fucking shit for that Mario game. I got past the King Bomba, then
Bye. She just jumped off the edge. Cool. Guess I'm fighting it down there. I just kicked him.
Why does the boss look black?
Luigi did not like this wiggler. Yep. I understand. I think it's just shadows and incorrect modeling. Because obviously, in case you weren't aware, this isn't actually Mario 64. It's a ROM hack. A good ROM hack at that. Brother, how are you walking underwater anyway? How do you do that? Can you teach me? Is this something you teach? I don't know if it is. Where's he going? There we go. This is a good way to see if I've done this level or not. Yeah, I did. Right. If I fought the boss, I probably did the right points. Oh, did I do the machine level yet? I don't remember. I meant to triple jump that, and I didn't. Because for some reason I thought I could just triple jump that.
You know, just the blocktivity of like the blocking of the Mario game on the N64 is just great.
No, the blocking of my memory is great. Bowser, would you like to save? Honestly, game, that might be a maybe. Nice. So let's see. What have I not done in this area? I don't know. Right? I'm gonna go.
But I'm gonna hop off here.
But
I'll
first,
talk to you later.
Can I look up? We'll see you then. At least you got to witness this, whatever this is.
Did he go?
Amazing. Yeah, he left.
Well, I had to eat something because I was. My hands started shaking because my blood sugar was a bit low. All I need is just to eat something. It's not like I'd be falling a coma or something. It just. It happens.
I actually have to go back to where I was. So, in order to do that, I'll have to go inside this this door in the darkness.
Oh, damn, another hiccup again. So, how's Roy?
Yeah, you know, Roy's fine.
Still at the gym?
Yeah, all the way back.
Any any words from Dylan?
Luigi, get up. Oh wait, hold on. You wanted to see a pupilist each portrait? But guess what? There is one, and it is actually back where we were. They have to go back there anyway, so you're about to see it. It's gonna be great.
Any words from Dylan?
He's kind of checked up on us a few times, but I think he's really focused on whatever it is he's doing in the UK.
Is this finished soon with the University of them?
I don't know. Probably.
Hmm.
He's a smart guy. Also, press the magical. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, oh.
Yeah.
Hey, oh,
Fine.
that's
I'm leaving. See you later.
wow.
Yeah. This game holds nothing back. It's great. Alright, let's see. I have to go this way. Okay. I have to go this way because this is where
I guess that we won't be doing any smash and pass afterwards. I mean, after the stream is over.
Probably not. I mean, Triforce has to stream anyways, so that's probably a no. And honestly, I am a little tired, so.
Yeah, and it's not the same as just only one person, or just you and me, and since Cody probably won't even be there. Well, I can always say those for later. I actually been reading some of an old magazine, like not that old, more like at least a few years old, I guess, less than 10 years old or something, about space, especially the early space program from the very start to currently. Especially, I have been reading about the early Apollo missions. Even though I have read that magazine like twice before, so it's, even though I do know some of the information about it, it's pretty interesting.
Seriously, none of these don't. Oh, I found it.
Ooh, that's gonna be interesting. It's but another thing about the Apollo mission.
Bye. Oh,
And
I'm dead. Dude, what do you mean?
Nope.
That's Sure. All right, cool. Spend all that time trying to find it, and it killed me. Sure. All right.
Did you know that Apollo 1 wasn't even named Apollo 1? It was actually named as
I guess
AS.
I never need to way back to where this is.
The first Apollo mission wasn't even named Apollo 1. It was actually named AS, B3313-02. It was named after Apollo, after uh, the first moon uh, manned spacecraft was going to be launched in orbit. But have you seen Apollo 13, the movie?
I don't think so.
It's a pretty good movie. It's actually based on the real head accident with Tom Hanks, one of the people. I wonder what Malika went. Since he didn't say anything, he just left.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm trying to figure out where I want to go next.
So, do you want to do this stream for 2 hours or just 1.5? What do you think?
What time is it right now? Yeah, maybe an hour and a half will do.
Yeah, I think so too.
Oh, this is where the yellow switch is.
So Cody, how you been up to? Did you do anything special in Texas? Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I was actually planning since it's now my first weekend of the summer vacation it was summer break for me, so I was planning maybe go to see my parents tomorrow, but it mainly depend on the weather since it has been quite cloudy, like dark clouds today, and it did rain, just a little actually, but I will see what weather tomorrow is, and also depend on when I wake up. Since I don't actually have my alarm clock with me anymore, so I can get up over 1 or 2 in the afternoon, or even 3 in the afternoon. They're like no one telling me what to do. Get up. But hey, I have my phone. I can set the alarm to just wake me up. But yeah, now this weekend, no, this summer break. It's like, why do I even have to put out for it? So I can sleep as long as I want it. I can be up as long as I want. But yeah, I don't know. But I will see what type of weather it is tomorrow. If might even see my parents or something. My brother might actually be busy for something, since he doesn't actually live not that far from where I live. It's less than 10 minutes walk or something. Man, that's gonna be a weekend. So, Cody, have any plans for the the Beyblade match you were talking about, the championship. Any plans for that? Going in October? I haven't played Beyblade in over 20 years. Do you guys have any problems with the mosquitoes during the summer?
Well, I'm not saving this. Cool.
Hmm.
Ow.
Kamigat, do you have any problem with mosquitoes during the summer?
Sometimes. I mean, I don't really go outside during the summer too much. So.
Yeah, so far I haven't even had any problems with the mosquitoes since. I mean, even when I have been outside to work or anything or go to the store, I haven't even encountered any mosquitoes so far. But the mosquitoes can actually even get inside if you're even especially the night when the mosquitoes usually can get in the apartments or houses. But in my case, it might be harder since I don't even have any windows or the balcony door open during the winter, during the summer. So even though I have been told that the summer can be really hot in these apartments, especially for me, for my balcony and my living room windows are literally facing to the daytime when the sun can literally be, well, bright enough into my apartment. But my blinds are always down and turned an angle so that would block out the sunlight. So yeah, and so might be that. Let's see if Malik got that answer. His computer froze. That was the reason why he just left. So he's probably watching the stream or something. Game yeah. What is the most viewers that you had in one of your streams once?
Not sure.
I think
I can share. Let me just do something. Let me get somewhere real quick, and then I'll check for you.
I think for me the most record of the viewers at once during the active stream, I think it's about 11. That was like a couple of weeks ago. You want to know something? I think it was about a month ago. I had this dream. I saw this. I was I was doing a stream, and there were like only a few people that was watching the stream. It's like 4 to 5 people, and suddenly the number was 40 and 45 viewers, from 5 to the 40s in a near instant. That is just crazy. I mean, from 4 to 5 viewers to 40 to 45 viewers, but just in a brief moment. That was that was actually kind of crazy dream I had. But dreams are just like that, unpredictable, crazy. Some people think that they can control their dreams, like vivid dreams or lucid dreaming. But I think honestly, it's impossible to control dreams. There's actually just one time that my dad told me to do something if I wanted to dream or something about just one thing. And this was when I was like in third grade, I believe. My dad told me, in order to have any Pokemon dreams, he told me to say here something about Pokemon Land, here I come 3 times. And then that night, I literally had a dream, and I were in this Pokemon world. I was like, whoa. It's. I tried it the next day afterwards, but yeah, no luck. But controlling your dreams, that would be something. I had never even been able to do that. Some dreams are can be actually can be stuck in your memory. Like you remember the dream quite vivid, depending on what it is about. If there's a excitement, unless you're for like in a sort of adventure or something, or if you have a nightmare. There is actually only one nightmare that I remembered so well, and I was in my early teenagers, not my teenage years, but it would happen. And in the dream, my family at the time lived on the countryside. I mean, lived on the countryside. In the dream, I was laying in bed. For some reason, I woke up. Not actually in real life, but in a dream, I just woke up, sat up in my bed, and I had this feeling like an urge that drew me to the window. Got up, looked from out my window. It was really like just next to my bed. And just I looked out, and in a dream, I looked out of the backyard. It was like middle of the night, and as I was looking, I saw this small bird bath was literally on the ground, like the kind of like a bird bath or maybe a small pond or something. And next to it, it was a statue, a small statue, like a almost an armless woman. But the thing is, it was face, its face was facing straight to the patch of woods behind our backyard. But as I was looking at the statue, its head slowly turned and faced me in a dream. I mean, this statue, most statues are often facing the house or the mansion or what they have. But this one, it was literally facing the woods, and its head made a complete turn and facing me like it was like it was looking right into my soul. And it gave me the chills. I literally woke up for real that time. But just after I woke up, I I went straight to my bedroom window, looked out. I saw this small pond on the ground as was in the dream, but the statue wasn't even there because there were no actually statue in the backyard in real life. That dream scared me so bad. I mean, I had heard stories of uh, statues moving on its own, and but this it just yeah, that
Oh,
was
there we go.
it really freaked me out. And the Malachite is back.
Oh,
So yeah, that dream really freaked me out. But ever since then, I ain't even had that particular dream again. For some reason, every time it seems like a way of, that I learned. If you have a bad nightmare, if you're telling someone about the dream, even in some details, it never returns. Sometimes I can have a same dream almost 2 to 3 nights in a row. But if you're telling someone detail this dream to someone else, like if it's a friend or a family member, it somehow just never returns. I was, but that dream, nightmare dream, boy, it freaked me out. I was like just only, I believe I was about between 12 and 14 when I had that particular nightmare. I mean, it freaked me out. These days, I don't even have any nightmares anymore. And I even barely even remember any of my dreams. If I do, it might be something that I thought was really excited dreams or something. Even some dreams, I do remember them just quite well enough. But by the end of the day, or even in the early morning or even at lunchtime or something, that memory or that I dream of, this, most of the details are completely gone. The dream I had, the story I made for Celestia and Trixie as a love story. That in part of the story was actually based on the dream I had with them as in a dream. I was like, whoa. And I after as soon as I woke up from that day, I wrote it down as fast as soon as possible so I wouldn't forget the details. And I actually did. It was quite surprising. Malakat, as you know, the Super Millionaire? Yeah, don't even look much for that since Triforce is apparently on the screen today. I did ask him if he was up for any for Smash and Pass after the stream was over, but he said that Triforce is gonna do some stream, so it's just yeah, unfortunately that happened. Are you in negative words? Negative per universe or something?
oh, that looks weird. Well, the nice thing is finding what it was meant to find before might not be so bad now. Yeah, this is actually something that normally happens in the game, but I don't think we've seen it until now.
I
Oh,
don't think we
on this
have.
skill anyway. This is a corruption,
Huh. It's
and it's
looking.
something that randomly happens in game. That can basically happen anywhere, except this is probably the best place to get it because, yeah, you can like really see it in this area.
Hmm. I mean, it's almost like you end up in a
See, this
negative
is what sucks about
universe or something.
this game in particular, finding that. Yeah. What's nice though is that I at least can kind of tell where I've been because of the corruption. Oh, I've definitely been down there. I think it's like you have to keep going left. And then by doing that, you kind of just find it.
Whoa! Looks like Malachite is not in the mood. Yeah, Malachite is not happy right now. Oh boy. Well,
it's just a, it's just bad timing.
we might have been able to do some
Yes,
Super Millionaire
understand.
afterwards if we had started streaming at a normal time, but since Game Guy wasn't even at home at the time, so that's part of the bad timing as well.
Wait, stop. If we end the stream now, we probably could.
Yeah, I mean, I think we
Because it
could.
doesn't start at 8. Until late, I mean.
What do you think, Malachi? Don't
Besides, what
bother.
I gotta show isn't really that cool anyway.
Are you sure, Malachi? I mean, we can probably still do it, and it will still be time for some Super Millionaire afterwards.
Yeah, we might be able to do 2, or maybe I could do the rest of the ones you never showed me.
I mean, Malachi, we can probably still do them as well. If we end the stream right now, soon enough, so
Oh, no, I'm not.
still gives time.
Yeah, there'll be more than enough time, probably. That's something like blind people that are coming in or whatever. Besides, they can be a little late. If it comes down to that, which I
So should we end the stream here? What do you think?
I mean, it's ironic that I ended up making okay else. I mean, if you want to, I guess.
Yeah, we can probably do that.
Let me get myself out of here in case I want to play more after. And also, so people don't like freak out. Complete chaos is a little extreme. I mean, honest. Oh, yeah, that's right. I got your start, huh? Let's just get this and then we can end it there. Okay, cool. I say we do the millionaire, or I can finish up the millionaires I never did, and then maybe tomorrow, in Malachi separate, we can do more.
Yeah, that actually sounds reasonable. Well, everyone, it has been fun for this crazy game. Crashed twice. Could be worse. Well, until next time, people.
Of them was actually supposed to crash.
So until next time, people. As always, this is Fish Diablo signing off. Bye.
See ya.